Think about your morning routine. For decades, millions of us have stood in our kitchens, cracking open eggs, and separating the whites from the yolks. We pour the egg whites into the pan, and we throw the golden yolks straight into the trash. We were told to fear the cholesterol. Welcome to Dr. Levitas. But by throwing away that egg yolk, you are discarding one of the most powerful, biologically essential molecules on the planet. By trying to avoid a misunderstood lipid, you are actively starving your liver of the exact chemical detergent it desperately needs to clean itself out. You are creating a biological traffic jam. Today, we are dismantling one of the most damaging nutritional myths of the modern era. We are taking a fascinating dive into a nutrient called choline. We are uncovering why up to 90% of the population is walking around severely deficient in it, how it acts as a literal soap to flush trapped fat out of your liver, and why it is the hidden biological key to unlocking razor-sharp mental focus. Please take a second to like the video and leave a comment. Your engagement is a huge help to the channel. So, what exactly is choline, and why is it the most common hidden deficiency in the modern diet? Choline is an essential nutrient, but incredibly, it wasn't officially recognized as essential by the Food and Nutrition Board until 1998. It is neither a vitamin nor a mineral, but an organic, water-soluble compound that acts fundamentally like a B vitamin. Your body can produce a microscopic amount of it in the liver, but nowhere near enough to meet the massive daily demands of your cellular machinery. You must get it from your diet. But here is the tragedy: the absolute highest, most bioavailable concentrations of choline are found in the exact foods we were told to stop eating for the last 50 years. Specifically, egg yolks and organ meats. By adopting heavily processed, low-fat, grain-heavy diets, we accidentally engineered a population-wide choline famine. And the first organ to suffer the devastating consequences of this famine is your liver. To understand why, we have to look at your liver's shipping department. Your liver is the metabolic warehouse of your entire body. When you eat carbohydrates or fats, your liver processes them. If there is excess energy, the liver converts it into triglycerides, which are fat molecules. Now, oil and water do not mix. Your blood is mostly water, and triglycerides are fat. The liver cannot just dump raw fat into your bloodstream, it would clog your vessels instantly. To safely transport this energy out of the liver and deliver it to your muscles or storage cells, the liver must package the fat into a specialized, water-soluble shipping container. This container is called a very low-density lipoprotein, or a VLDL particle. Here is the absolute biological necessity. The liver cannot build these VLDL shipping containers without choline. Choline is the fundamental building block of the VLDL wrapper. If you are deficient in choline, the shipping department completely shuts down. The liver continues to process energy and make fat, but it has no boxes to ship it out in. So, what does it do? It stores the fat directly inside the liver tissue itself. The fat pools, stagnates, and begins to choke the liver cells. This is not a slow, theoretical process. It is a terrifyingly rapid biological guarantee. In strictly controlled clinical studies, when researchers take healthy adults and place them on a diet completely devoid of choline, the subjects develop non-alcoholic fatty liver disease and massive liver enzyme spikes in a matter of mere weeks. Even if their calories are controlled, even if they aren't eating massive amounts of sugar, the simple absence of this nutrient causes the liver to rapidly suffocate in its own trapped fat. Choline acts as a biological detergent. It emulsifies the fats, packages them safely, and flushes them out of the hepatic tissue. It keeps the liver lean, highly functioning, and completely uncongested. So, how do we turn the shipping department back on? How do we get this detergent into our bodies efficiently? We have to go back to the original superfood. We have to embrace the egg yolk. When it comes to sourcing choline, not all foods are created equal, and bioavailability matters immensely. While you can find trace amounts of choline in broccoli or almonds, you would have to eat mountains of them to reach a therapeutic dose. The egg yolk, specifically from pasture-raised hens that are allowed to forage in the sun and eat a natural diet, is nature's ultimate, perfectly designed choline delivery system. A single large egg yolk contains roughly 150 milligrams of highly bioavailable choline. But it is not just the amount, it is the packaging. The choline in an egg yolk is bound to healthy fats and cholesterol, which dramatically increases its absorption rate in your digestive tract. By eating 2 or 3 whole, pasture-raised eggs a day, you are flooding your liver with the exact raw materials it needs to build those VLDL particles. You are turning the factory back on, clearing the metabolic backlog, and allowing your liver to breathe again. You are not harming your heart, you are healing your entire metabolic engine. But the miracles of choline do not stop at the liver. In fact, this nutrient performs an entirely different, arguably even more vital function when it travels up your spinal cord and enters your skull. Choline has a VIP pass to cross the blood-brain barrier. Once it enters the brain, it is immediately scooped up by your neurons and converted into one of the most powerful, highly active neurotransmitters in human biology, acetylcholine. Neuroscientists refer to acetylcholine as the neurotransmitter of learning, memory, and sustained focus. Whenever you need to concentrate intensely on a complex task, recall a distant memory, or learn a new physical skill, your brain relies on massive, rapid surges of acetylcholine to fire those specific neural pathways. If you are starving your body of choline, your brain literally lacks the physical raw materials to manufacture this neurotransmitter. Your cognitive engine is running on fumes. You experience this neurochemical deficiency as profound, unshakable brain fog. You read a paragraph in a book and immediately forget what it said. You walk into a room and forget why you went in there. Your mental endurance crashes by 2 in the afternoon. This brings us to a profound, interconnected biological reality, the profound link between a stagnant liver and a foggy brain. In functional medicine, we know that the brain and the liver are intimately connected. When your liver is congested with fat because of a choline deficiency, it becomes sluggish. Its ability to filter daily environmental toxins, clear excess estrogen, and manage blood sugar becomes severely compromised. Those unfiltered toxins and wild blood sugar fluctuations circulate directly to the brain, causing massive neuroinflammation. Now, combine that toxic, inflammatory blood with a brain that is completely starved of its primary focus neurotransmitter, acetylcholine. It is a recipe for absolute cognitive disaster. Chronic brain fog is rarely a lack of caffeine, it is a biological bottleneck. By reintroducing choline, you are simultaneously fixing the bottleneck at both ends. You are flushing the fat and toxins out of the liver, cleaning your blood, while simultaneously flooding your brain with the exact chemical fuel it needs to achieve laser-like, unbroken focus. Finally, I want to talk about the physical structure of your cells, and how a specific form of choline acts as the ultimate biological repair kit. We have to talk about phosphatidylcholine. When choline enters your body, a large portion of it is converted into a complex lipid called phosphatidylcholine. This molecule makes up over 50% of every single cell membrane in your entire body. Your cell walls are not solid brick structures, they are fluid, flexible lipid bilayers. They need to be incredibly strong to keep toxins out, but flexible enough to let nutrients in. When your liver has been battered by years of processed foods, hidden sugars, and chronic stress, the actual cell walls of your hepatic tissue become rigid, damaged, and inflamed. Phosphatidylcholine acts as the literal bricks and mortar to rebuild those damaged walls. When you consume choline-rich foods, your body uses it to patch the holes, restore the flexibility, and physically rebuild the structural integrity of your liver cells from the inside out. You are not just masking symptoms, you are facilitating profound, cellular-level regeneration. Here is the doctor's verdict: focus on complete nutrition. For far too long, we have been taught to fear our food. We have been taught to strip away the most nutrient-dense, perfectly packaged parts of our meals in the name of outdated science. But your body is an extraordinary, highly intelligent machine that relies on whole, complete nutrition to thrive. By stepping away from the fear-mongering and joyfully reintroducing the beautiful, golden egg yolk back into your daily routine, you are doing so much more than enjoying a delicious meal. You are handing your liver the detergent it needs to wash away the stagnation. You are giving your brain the spark it needs to focus. You are rebuilding your cellular armor from the ground up. I want to hear from you in the comments below. How do you plan to safely and deliciously incorporate more choline into your diet this week? Let's stop fearing our food, and let's start healing our bodies together. Until next time, stay curious, stay resilient, and take care of your liver. Watch this video suggestion, it was especially picked for you. Please share, comment, like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Thank you, it helps a ton with the algorithm. Remain tuned for future videos and keep growing.